We would like to have people in Congress who really do believe that we need universal health care, single-payer health care. We want people who really want to pursue a peace agenda.
Democratic Visions is handmade by volunteers for the entire metro region by DFL Senate District 42.
Welcome. Keith Ellison is our guest. Congressman Ellison is running for a fourth term representing the 5th Congressional District. We welcome him to Democratic Visions for the very first time.
Pleased to be here, Tim. Thanks.
Now, Keith, we know you've been in the community out and about. What have you been doing for the last 2 or 3 weeks?
I've been talking with young people, students, college kids, the business community, talking to labor leaders in our labor community and the environmental community. I've been spending a lot of time in the Somali community on this situation with the wire transfer.
Sure. What's in the forefront of people's minds as you go around talking to them?
The economy. Oh. Everybody is concerned about it. Folks who have jobs are nervous about keeping them. People who don't have them don't know what to do about tomorrow. Folks who are worried about holding on to their house. We got a lot of foreclosures. You know, this morning I talked to people in the small banking community, the community banks. They have enough money. They're very liquid, but they're not really too into financing the startup businesses. They want to, finance expansions rather than brand new enterprises.
Less risk, I suppose.
Well, everybody is trying to reduce risk, deleverage. So what it means is that the economy is just a little slower. I am happy. Minnesota has an unemployment rate of about 5.9, significantly lower than the national average of 8.5.
Keith, before we go too far, I want to touch briefly on redistricting. Your district's going to change. There's no question about it.
For sure, that's true.
But why don't you just tell me the municipalities that you represent in addition to Minneapolis, and I've got a list here, and I'll see if you get them all right.
Good point. Okay, so Minneapolis, Richfield, St. Anthony, Columbia Heights, Fridley, Spring Lake Park, Hilltop, Robbinsdale, Crystal, New Hope, Richfield, and part of Hopkins and St. Louis Park.
Pretty darn good.
And Fort Snelling area, which includes the airport.
Keith, you were elected to Congress in 2006, is that correct?
Sure is.
And in 2010, you received over 70% of the vote. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well,
I guess we can start calling you Landslide Ellison?
Well, you know what? We can start saying, that was nice last time. What about next time?
I assume that. One of the things that I noted, Keith, is that you're co-chair of the Congressional Progressive Caucus.
Yes. In the Congress, there are various caucuses within. So you got the two big caucuses, that's the Democratic and Republican caucus, and then you have a lot of other kind of caucuses. For example, the bicycling caucus. These are members who believe that we need to have more bike paths and get America on those bicycles. You have other caucuses that have been there for a long time. The Black Caucus, the Hispanic Caucus, Women's Caucus, the Republican Study Group, which is actually a caucus. And then you have the Blue Dog Caucus, which is Democrats, but who are more conservative. Then you have the Progressive Caucus. We've actually made a good deal of progress. One of the things we're trying to do is basically 3 things. Build greater cohesion among Progressive Caucus members, so to come together around a set of ideals and an agenda, which we've done. 2, we want to build a greater relationship between the Progressive Caucus members and the progressive base. So we want to be in regular, ongoing, and sustained conversation with labor, the environmental community, MoveOn.org, groups like that. And then the 3rd thing we want to do is be effective in the upcoming election. We would like to have people in Congress who really do believe that we need universal health care, single-payer health care. We want people who really want to pursue a peace agenda and who are really out for diplomacy over military action, though sometimes military action is necessary. We want to support folks who believe in climate change and want to do something about it, who support the right to collective bargaining, who support the right to choose, who support the civil and human rights for all people. We're going to identify them and say, this is our Progressive Caucus slate. Second, I'm going to get on a plane and go help some of them, time allowing. And then 3, we're going to help raise money for them. You know, when we stand up and say that Pledge of Allegiance and liberty and justice for all, I believe in that. All.
For all, I understand.
All. No, that means everybody,
right.
And so this is a deep core American value of inclusiveness. And so, we're going to stand on it and fight for it.
Democratic Visions is handmade by volunteers for DFL Senate District 42, Lori Pryor, Chair.